So, you want to know why most Americans feel broke? It's not Amazon or the expensive daily coffee. It is the $700 you're sending to the bank every month for a car that is dropping in value while you sleep. America's number one wealth killer is not inflation, it's your car payment. Let's talk about it. All right, before we get into this, I don't know about you, but back when I had a car payment, I thought that was just normal. I thought that was the way it was going to be until I got some new information and really started focusing on getting out of debt and taking control of my money. And one of them was paying down the car. I can remember paying that car off, that final $2,000 to pay off. And I wrote, that was at the time one of the largest checks I've ever written, and sent it in and got rid of the car payment. And this feeling of I did it for months and months of working hard. So it can be done. And obviously, it's America's number one wealth killer. And we're going to get into why. So this isn't just my opinion. Look at this. Look at the research it has done. That is 1.6 billion in debt. Look at this. That's total auto loan debt in the US. Billion with a B. That's a lot of zeros when you see it like that. Americans are drowning in $1.6 billion in auto loan debt. We have normalized being broke. Check out this next one. So, and here's the math the dealership hides. So a brand new car, it's $40,000. Your car price, as soon as you drive off that lot, 10% gone. That is $4,000 that you just threw away in the trash can. And I don't know if you've ever looked at like the free fall of how cars depreciate over time. This is why buying used is the better way to go, but we'll get into that later. So looking at this free fall, look at the timing. After a year, it's $8,000 gone. And then 3 years later on a brand new car, you've lost $17,000 on that $40,000 car. And then by the end, after 5 years, your car is worth 60% less. Can you believe that? After 5 years. So paying all that. But we're not done yet, because here's what the math does. So they trick you with the monthly payment as low as you can take. Oh, I can afford $200 a month or $700 or $500, whatever that is. But they stretch it out to a 7-year trap. Look at this. Longer term, lower payment. It's a dealer trick. Of course, they're doing that. Longer term, higher interest rate. What's your interest rate? Longer term, you're going to pay more. What you actually pay for a $40,000 car is $52,765 after 7 years. And again, it's depreciating in value. When you see these numbers, you're paying extra $12,000, almost $13,000 extra. Can you believe that? So I want you to be honest in the comments right now. Type the word freedom if you are sick and tired and you want to get out of debt, or if you're feeling trapped. So type trapped in the comments too, if that's how you're feeling and you have no idea what to do. Because that's what my clients are feeling like when I work with them one-on-one and trying to get them out of debt or get on a budget. But one of the biggest things is their frustration is their car payment. That's why we're talking about this today. Before we get into the 4 steps, let's just take a look at this. Typical nice car payment, let's say it's $1,000 a month. But if you took that same $1,000 and invested it in good growth stock mutual funds over 30 years, what's that say? $2.2 million. Because you didn't have a car payment. You were using that money toward investing. Let's just say you took $500. That's still over $1 million you would get by using that same money for a car payment, but building wealth with it. And that better way is paying cash for your vehicle. It can be done. We're going to get into it right now. All right, so let's take a look at this 4-step action plan right here. Get a debt-free car. What's that even sound like when you hear that? Could you imagine not having a car payment? Anyway, first one, set a goal. You got to aim for something, just like everything else. 2, you're going to save the money. We're going to create margin in your budget. You're going to figure out a way to save money toward getting a new car, and then find the car that matches your budget. Number 3. And then 4, of course, buy the car. Own it outright. So step 1 and 2, you're going to set a goal and save the money. We're going to use a reliable used car is more affordable than you think. Do the research. There's a lot of noise out there about, oh, if you don't have a brand new car, you're being unsafe. Can I tell you what I drive right now? A 10-year-old car, and it is still kicking. I do the scheduled oil changes and then also the maintenance. Yeah, put some money into it every once in a while, but it is still kicking and it's working. And the cars are going to last 150,000, 200,000 miles now if you take care of them. So again, getting that reliable used car is going to work. You can find plenty of cars for 20,000, 15,000, even 10,000. I have a client of mine who just bought one for their kids, It was $6,000 and it works. And the teenager helped pay for it because having them own part of it makes them take care of it better. But that's a whole nother conversation. But getting back to this, saving the money, you got to create the margin by cutting expenses or increasing your income. 500 a month, that's 12,000 in 2 years. All right. And step 3 here, finding that great car on your budget. You got to do some homework and search around. I bet if you start looking, you'll start seeing those cars. And then step 4, you got to buy it, own it, and be free. What would that be like? Not having a car payment. You own your car. You get a cashier's check. You get a pre-purchase inspection. Again, doing your homework, check into it, transfer the title, and then get the keys. I'm telling you, again, that feeling of 100% ownership, no payments, relief. Now let's pause here a second. Yeah, clients I work with and people that I've talked to over the years about, they're like, Patrick, it's so tough to do this. Yeah, but you know what? You have a strong enough why, you can do it. And honestly, getting a handle on your budget or how to do the tactics is what I work with on my clients. Right now, actually, for the holidays, if you check the description below, I'm doing a rapid debt relief rocket launch, which is a 3-hour one-on-one with me, 3 hours over 3 days that we tackle and get a plan together and start moving, helping you feel power over your money. So check that link in the description and get more info on that. Now, you have a $10,000 car here with cash. And you save up. Next, keep saving your old car payment for a while and or mix and investing depending on the baby steps that you're on. And then you can upgrade in a few years. Take a look at that. Sell the car for $7,000, add your savings, and you can upgrade to a $20,000 car. And then repeat that process depending on the situation. So the key takeaway here is stop building the bank's wealth. Time to build yours. Get that power. Take that next step and focus on the goals that are going to help knock down your car payment, pay off the car, get money back in your pocket so you can invest it for your future wealth. And if you're ready to take action, check the description below again for that rapid debt relief rocket launch. 3 hours, one-on-one with me over 3 days. Get you focused and understanding what battle plan you can act on. Check it out.